Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is ladyblaxican. I just wanted to jump on here real quick with a quick rant public service announcement, if you will. I was listening to a playback of a live from a BWE content creator that I actually respect and admire. And she had another BWE content creator on the panel who I also respect and admire. I actually follow and I am subscribed to both of these young ladies. And they were discussing the matters of what occurred with the Honest Lie. The Honest Lie is a hyena who is better known as the Honest Truth. And he is basically, from what I found out and gather, is a pandering hyena who pretends to protect Black women, who pretends to be an ally. And this particular hyena had invited another hyena who was discussed in the space because he had made threats against one of the BWE content creators and Black women as a whole. And he basically mentioned that he was going to R them, he was going to A them, he was going to do just all kinds of harm to them, essentially. And this hyena was invited onto the Honest Lie's platform, and the Honest Lie basically fanned out, didn't check him, allowed other BWE content creating Black women to have a go at him while he just sits back and rests in his femininity. And it was said on the panel amongst the two BWE content creators in this playback of the live that I was listening to that divested Black women cannot be taken seriously. And that's why they were fooled by the likes of the Honest Lie. And I found that actually very insulting and disrespectful because true divested Black women don't even interact with hyenas. And some of these BWE content creating Black women are leading their audience to believe that there is a such thing as a unicorn, a hyena unicorn, an ally hyena unicorn, basically. And I actually will take accountability for publicly subscribing to these individuals and actually publicly participating on their lives. And I may have contributed once to one of these hyenas that I felt were okay because the BWE content creators that I respect were saying that it's okay. And I will take accountability for that. But at the end of the day, I found it very disrespectful to conflate actual, true, divested Black women who don't interact, don't date, refuse to make eye contact with, and will only interact with hyenas if they absolutely have to. For example, you work for a company, a hyena is a customer, that hyena calls you, it is your job to assist that hyena. That's what I mean by absolutely have to. It doesn't go beyond that with true divested Black women, because I don't think that you can be truly divested if you still interact, date beyond what you absolutely have to with hyenas. And some of these BWE Black women content creators were letting their audience know that you can still trust some hyenas, you can still, interact. And true divested Black women don't do that. So it wasn't actually true divested Black women who were fooled by this hyena, the Honest Lie. Who was fooled by this hyena were fence setters. Quite frankly, I didn't even know who this hyena was until the drama went down with him fanning out by that threatening hyena. I didn't even know who he was. And actually, when we were discussing it on DZ's live the other day, many of those Black divested women didn't know who that hyena was. And quite a few of them only knew of that hyena because of what was being said by the same BWE Black women who were letting us know what went down with this hyena. most of us didn't even know who this hyena was. So I found it very insulting that it would even be said that divested Black women can't be taken seriously, because they weren't fooled by this hyena at all. Unfortunately, fence sitters were fooled, and some of these fence sitters are actually divested Black women at heart, but like me, they are following the advice of Black women content creators they respect, and are still following some hyenas because they are being told by women they respect that these are actual unicorn hyenas. That's why I felt that my public service announcement was necessary, because though I am 100% divested, I also allowed myself to be fooled that there may be a couple of hyenas in the space that we can support and show our respect to. But at the end of the day, you can't. And this is exactly why. So I say that all that to say, number one, first and foremost, true divested Black women weren't fooled by this hyena. They didn't even know who this hyena was. I didn't know who this hyena was. All of us didn't know who this hyena was until he was mentioned by way of BWE platforms to let us know what drama went down. Before that, we didn't know who this hyena was. So no, true divested Black women were not fooled. And absolutely, you can take Black divested women seriously, because true divested Black women aren't on the fence. And as I said, don't interact with hyenas whatsoever. So hopefully the fence sitters who were fooled can absolutely 100% divest and start to only take what they agree with from BWE channels that are that refuse to date outside their race, that still interact with hyenas. They can take what they can from those BWE channels, and then the things that they don't agree with, take them at face value or ignore them. I quite frankly can't continue to finance Black women, unfortunately, that are fence sitters, that refuse to date outside their race, and tell their supporters that you can support some hyenas online, because quite frankly, I think that is part of why some divested Black women were even fooled. Actually, again, fence sitters were fooled by, fence sitters, not divested Black women. Fence sitters were fooled by the likes of The Honest Lie. Okay, so all I'll say, y'all, is, again, we can respect each other. We can agree to disagree. But I don't think that you can be 100% divested if you still interact with hyenas. And if you are going to continue to follow BWE content creators who refuse to date outside their race and tell you that there are unicorns out there, I would say take what matters from them, what you agree with, what you know to be true. Take that information with you. But as far as all the other stuff, I would say ignore it. Ignore it, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's no such thing as unicorns. And when you believe there are unicorns, you have situations of being fooled, once again, by the likes of individuals like The Honest Lie. So if you just avoid them completely, you won't be fooled. So just assume that there's no such thing as unicorns. But at the end of the day, also don't conflate true divested Black women with fence sitters, because fence sitting is partial to blame for why some Black women were fooled by The Honest Lie. Anyways, #divest. That's all I got for y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening to my rant. I'll see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.